they sent this video of a gender reveal. I think it's in Florida, probably because it's a crocodile, but they use prehistoric predator. That's what they say.
Prehistoric predator.
So much, what the fuck. First, we see the fine hunk of man meat. Did you see the guy?
Yes.
Who I can only assume is named Bubba, handling this prehistoric predator as if it is a fucking lapdog. That's what it says.
Oh my God.
Next, you have his pregnant wife standing nearby, not dressed or physically prepared to flee should this predator decide to do predator things. Then the whole family is standing around, and you can hear a small child somewhere off screen. Literally, nobody has self-preservation here. So Bubba pulls his dinosaur's head back and drops a colored melon into its mouth to reveal the gender. It's blue. The couple hug and celebrate, still mere feet away from this alligator, who I can only assume is pissed the fuck off because he's just got fed a goddamn melon.
Oh my gosh. What will people do? Well, so I was telling Brooke, oh, hey, by the way.
Hey, welcome back
to Between the Reps with Brooke and Jeanna. So many people after we did that last gender reveal had messaged me and they were like, hey, guess what? That wasn't real. So I guess it's like some comedian that, and if you haven't listened to the last episode, it was like a girl who was at a shower and people are waiting and she had like a bare butt and she basically farts and blue powder shoots out of her ass. And we were talking about how sad that is. And so it was so funny because I was like, I think it's still sad that people are having to do this for a view. Like we said, what would you do for a view? I mean, it was funny though. So yes, it was not real, but the alligator one looks like
one was real.
I mean, that's a real alligator. I'm thinking.
I think if you were gonna do the fart one again, I'd want it to be like, like your grandpa.
Like what?
Like you're like not bare butt though. I just feel like who farts in your family that like. It's like it's like
for
kind
a
of
gender
funny.
reveal.
Just I think it would for that video would have been so much more.
We're gonna lay Grandpa down.
But I feel like you wouldn't have to lay him down.
Oh my God!
I feel like it'd be like if you did your gender reveal
like
in like a nursing home. They're all usually wearing like gowns anyway, just like walking down the hall, just farts.
Just with their gowns open in the back.
I mean, Maggie. I would say it doesn't sound. I would say it doesn't sound that funny, but you're laughing. So.
It is funny. Hey, but speaking of funny, your voice sounds funny.
Yeah, I'm trying out a new thing. This is just me in character. I'm in an audition for something.
Oh man,
a sick patient.
Poor Brooke's been really sick since she got back for after Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. It came on real strong.
Yeah.
Hit me real hard.
Still going.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Put me flat on my back. On my back for 5 days.
This is commitment right here. We had to record regardless.
Yep.
So
this is for you guys.
In sickness and in health.
Yeah, good thing you can't get sick through the radio.
Lucky you guys. I'm a goner.
John and Jeanna showed up to my house and I gave them emergency and echinacea. I was
trying to boost those immune systems.
Here, thanks for coming. Hey guys, so make sure you like and subscribe and share with your friends and give us a 5-star rating because hopefully, the payday is worth these guys getting sick.
Seriously, John's over there with his hot toddy that you made him.
I did. I've been drinking hot toddy since last Thursday.
I'm a little proud of myself that I didn't ask for one.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? I literally decided yesterday. Okay, you know what? I'm really not going to drink this week.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because you drank on Saturday.
Yeah. It's because I got really hammered. I was hammered by 8.
I know. I loved it. I was homesick. It was our holiday party on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go for good reason. Not because I was scared of getting anyone sick,
Well, no, you were
Just
sick.
Kidding. Yeah, and Jeanna went, and I stayed home, decorated my house, and she sent me guilty videos.
I was feeling guilty for having fun without you.
Yeah.
And we hadn't really even talked about it. Like, I hadn't really talked to you. I'd just seen how you were feeling. And then it was like, oh, hey, have fun tonight. And I was like, oh yeah, I never really told you I was going to this party.
I get this. I know. I text her and I was like, have fun tonight. That's it.
I was already
and
drunk
then she
when you
texts me
texted
back and she goes, okay, ? And then goes, what did you say? No,
I said,
look at it.
Oh, I don't remember what I said either.
You said,
well, because I wasn't going to be like, yeah, you too.
Yeah. You said,
hi, Meg. Get down.
You too? ? Is that the right thing to say? I laughed, said, no, I just mean have some drinks for me tonight. And then you laughed and said, maybe you were just feeling slightly guilty.
I did.
Guilty that I wasn't there and we hadn't talked about it.
I did.
Next I get
I was like, well, because you know what I thought I automatically, I knew that you were invited, but then I thought, I mean, since I don't know if you're on the email thing, like we hadn't really talked about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I wonder if she even knew about it. And I never even mentioned it. Because I knew you weren't on the email list, but it didn't occur to me till then. And I knew you couldn't go because you were sick. So yeah, anyway, I was feeling guilty.
Yeah, then I got a drunk video from her and my friend Anita. And then I get a text from Jeanna that is like this long text, not the longest. We don't send long texts all the time. It just says that, that she loves me and everyone was wondering where I was and everyone just loves me so much, but she also might need to go throw up, so she'll call me tomorrow.
I did. I didn't throw up. Yeah. So I was good. But yeah, I don't. And it was so funny because like the next day you were at the gym. You tried to bike yesterday, you poor thing. And so she's like at the gym. We're kind of biking next to each other. She goes, do you remember what you texted me yesterday or last night? And I was like, no. See, this is the thing. The party was at 5.
Yeah, that's early.
It's early. It was at 5, and I was like, oh, I got to go like right when it starts.
Well,
that's
and
like when everybody was going.
You have to pregame a little bit. That's a lot of people you got to talk to.
Yeah, exactly. So like I had like a glass of wine at home.
That's a lot of people you have to talk to. So you should be drunk for it.
Yeah, you should be drunk for it. It makes total sense. So then I was like, I Ubered over there, and then like right when we got there, so Katie, our friend Katie, was like, "Hey, make sure I was so bummed I can't make it tonight."
Where was she?
She was with a friend, like
gone
for the weekend, out of town. And so she texted our friend Courtney and I, and she's like, "Hey guys, I'm so bummed I'm not going to be there. Like, make sure you take video of like who's fucking who, or who's hooking up with who's taking shots with who, or maybe just take a shot on Shelly and Scott's bed." And that's the people that were hosting. Yeah. And so when I first got there, I was like, oh, you know what? Before I forget, I really want to make sure that like we go down and like do a toast on Scott and Shelly's bed. So I wrangled some people and we went down there, but that was a bad idea because I hadn't eaten anything yet and we were doing shots. And I can't remember. We might have had to do more than one because I don't think we got the shot the first time.
Oh,
the shot of the shot.
Yeah, definitely.
The boomerang of the shot.
No, that was bad. We need more alcohol. Fill them up again.
Yeah, we can't just pretend that we have it.
Again.
We need to actually have it. Yeah. So, it kind of all went downhill from there.
Well, it seemed like we had a lot of fun.
I think I was just talking to some like random people I've never talked to, and I honestly am frightened because I don't even know what I was talking to them about. I have no idea.
Oh man.
Anyway. So
so before that was Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And it was the first year I went home. I went to my parents' house for the first time since like college.
Yeah, because you usually just do Christmas.
Yeah, and I usually come to your house for Thanksgiving.
Or we do brunch or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So tradition, well, I guess I didn't do this year, so it's not really a tradition, but something we like to do is to do a Friendsgiving breakfast.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of left us all hanging.
I know.
I'm just kidding. It's fine.
I was like trying to count how many seats I had at my house.
Right.
I needed at least 3 and I didn't have enough.
That's the only friends you have left?
Yeah. I needed at least 3
That's not true.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. I mean, it was really cool because like, like you said, I used to host every year, like it's a huge thing. It was like over 50 people. Mm-hmm. And then when my ex and I split up, Maggie's trying to bite me.
Stop.
She's trying to play with me. When we split up, I I went from a very large home to a very tiny home. And so remember I tried to host it in my garage.
Yes.
And it was very packed in there. And so I thought, I don't know if that's going to work again.
And you guys hear the word garage, you're like, oh yeah, garage. We've
No,
this
is like a 1-car garage that has like
very small.
all my stuff that I just like cleaned everything out. And like I hung sheets. Remember cause I was like, I don't want everybody looking at the washer and dryer and like all my camping gear. So I hung sheets from the ceiling. I mean, it worked out. It was fine. But, so I kind of decided, so then you were going to start, were doing brunch anyway, like smaller brunches. So then you started having all of us over to your place. But Kylie last year, my oldest daughter, she decided to host, her and her husband, which was really sweet. She shares a home they rent from Nico, my ex's sister. So my sister-in-law, they live upstairs. So they built this big porch outside because Kylie and Casey's house is too small to have all of us. And so they had this big thing outside last year. And Kylie was so cute. She was like, oh my gosh, like it's so much work. Like, I can't believe, and I was like, yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, I definitely
this is good
know.
for you. Now you know. Now you appreciate. No, so she, so they had done that last year. So then this year, they did it again, but it was pouring rain.
Yeah,
pouring, and so they ended up bringing all the tables into Heather's house upstairs, and it was interesting. It was cool because, I got to see all my kids. Like all my kids were at the same place, which is kind of hard to do. Cause like a lot of times like Joey, my other son and his fiance, they go to her families or whatever. So this was the first year they were all there. So it was very cool. It's always interesting to me, like I'm at like my ex's sister's house.
Yeah.
So it was like all the kids, Kylie's mom. So it's his other ex before me, and all of her family. So his ex, Kylie's mom, and like Nana, and like all these people, and then Nico and his girlfriend, and like his parents and everybody, and then me. So it was like,
I think Maggie.
Hey guys,
do you need to go potty?
Oh, you gotta go pods. Gotta go pods, man.
John's gonna let you outside.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't want to mess.
Maggie's like super potty trained, but the last few days that I've been sick.
Oh,
she's had
she
a few
couple
accidents in the house.
you're not up.
It's my fault.
Yeah, it is your fault.
It is.
So yeah. Anyway, it was a good Thanksgiving, but it was interesting. It's just interesting, like because we all get along, but it's just like you're hanging out with your husband's current girlfriend and then his ex.
Yeah.
And then then all the families, and then I don't know. I mean, I think we do a really good job of it, but it just wasn't like my normal Thanksgiving would be.
Yeah.
Like surrounded by like, my family and friends and stuff.
Mine was
It was good.
home with family.
How was yours?
We had like
Tons of food.
Yeah. I mean, so when I was growing up, my family, obviously my dad and my mom's family is in St. George, Utah. And so growing up, like we'd always, with Christmas and Thanksgiving, we would alternate years we always went and saw both sides because we're in the same city.
Oh, right.
But we'd alternate like where we went first.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And we started getting to a point like with like my brother got married and he's single.
Right.
My brother's a single dad of 3, but like
as people get married, they start getting more spread out.
Yeah, and like our immediate family started to grow a lot.
Right.
So my mom started hosting, instead of going to like my grandma's house, both sides, she would host and then we'd have some people there. So now it's just like my immediate family.
Right.
And then my mom's side of the family is a lot smaller.
Oh, uh-huh.
So they usually come to ours, and then we sometimes will like go to my grandma's like later. But so it was small and it was good. My sister made the turkey and the ham, and after everyone finished and cleaned up and stuff like that, people left, and then we decided. My cousin, we were kind of bored, so like me and my sisters and my cousin decided we would go go shopping. Thursday.
On Thanksgiving?
Thursday, so Black Friday. You go like that. Some of the stores and they open on Thursday now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was a huge mistake.
I bet. Was it just so crazy?
We were going just because like one, we were just bored, and there were some things that they could get for their kids.
Uh-huh.
At different stores, and so I was just along for the ride. But at one point, so first we went to Dick's.
Dude, we hate shopping.
I know.
What are you doing?
First we went to Dick's.
That's terrible.
And we're just walking around, and the line was so long that like...
Oh, to check out?
Yeah, so all of us were like,
nah.
My brother-in-law's like, we can get this, we can just get this online. We literally were going just to like, we were bored and like to go hang out with each other. And then my cousin, she was like, well, my sister needed to go to Walmart. Maggie! Holy cow, you're a troll.
She's going crazy.
She's been locked up in this house with me, sick. And it's raining here, so it's like going outside, going to the dog park is
She reminds me of a kid that's just like going around the room doing no-nos. Like, you know what I mean? Like just knocking something over for attention or chewing on something.
But we ended up at Walmart.
Oh my God.
And we walked inside.
Yeah.
And we're walking around and just like the whole, like they have... So you can like shop or whatever, but everything that's Black Friday, they've like moved it into the aisles, and they also have areas where that's where the line starts, right? It's like the back of the store. And it does move pretty quick for how many people are in there. How many people are in there?
Are there people like fighting for stuff?
No.
Oh, that's good.
But when we were pulling into the parking lot, we were reminiscing about like our favorite memory of a Black Friday. And it was back when it was like the good old days.
Yeah.
You know, when people were like dying.
Dying?
I'm kidding. People actually did get really injured. It's why
injured. I was like, wait, why are they dying?
Like you've never heard stories like that,
no.
like people like charging the door.
No, I've heard that, but I didn't know that people died.
But there was one year, I don't know, I feel like I heard about someone maybe getting trampled or something like that.
I mean, I could see it, yeah.
But there was one year where we went, my aunt, my mom, there was a bunch of us, and we went, you had to go, and you got in line like the night before. And they opened like early in the morning. Friday, right? And my cousin, like she got someone like pushed her for this thing that she had. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, people were really aggressive. But no, it was fine. There was just a lot of people, and we're walking through the store, and now we're in there. And I look at my sister, and I was like, I think that we're being held hostage here. Because me and her were the only ones who weren't looking for anything in Walmart. But my other sister and my cousin were.
Right.
And as we're in line to check out, we've got like 5 things in our with us. And people have like 2 or 3 carts.
Like carts full. Yeah.
Like piled so high.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like I just remember there was a story. My mom is like the least confrontational person. And it was like when Cabbage Patch Kids were really big. And I was a little too old for a Cabbage Patch kid, but my 2 younger sisters really wanted them. And it was like the thing to get. And they were selling out of them. And it was like, we heard that there's like going to be 5 at the local toy store on, like this day or whatever. And I think she like literally got into like a tug of war with a Cabbage Patch Kid, like for one of my sisters, which I thought was so funny. And I thought it's so funny, like how we do that for our kids. Like, they're going to be fine without a Cabbage Patch Kid. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, like do they really think that they're going to be like the one kid that like wakes up on like Christmas morning and is like, I didn't get the, I mean, I guess
like
back when, true though.
Back when like I was young, or like when you were young, I don't think they would do anything. Now though, they'd probably like put their parents on blast on social media.
Right.
They'd lose a massive following.
Oh my God.
I
know. It's funny. My kids
now, parents are shopping in fear. I got to get this for my kid for Christmas.
I can identify with that. Although Ruby, as sassafras as she has always been the easiest person to buy for. She never really cares what she gets. Like what's on her list this year?
She has a list?
She has a list. Well, I always ask for a list because everybody starts asking.
Oh, that's true.
So, and I never know what to tell them. So all the kids have always asked them for like a list of things they want. And hers was, she wants footsie pajamas.
Oh, nice.
She's 19.
Yeah.
She wants footsie pajamas. She wants a pair of cowboy boots. I think, she wants a waxing kit. So it's like, it's like pretty easy stuff. Or like less expensive. I think my most expensive kid has probably been Jordan.
The most expensive?
He's probably the most expensive. Like everything you would always want would be like DJ equipment or like something that was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I'd have to get like other people to like go in with it, like with us on it. But yeah. What are you asking for Christmas?
Health.
Health?
Yeah.
To be healthy.
I'm asking myself for a new van.
I know. That was pretty cute.
You're
You're like,
Jeanna
with
got to
all
my
the
house,
other
I have,
ideas
like,
that we
this-
have, now we have another idea.
No, I ask my parents every time. It's like, I don't want for my birthday or Christmas, I don't want anything. All I want to know is if my whole life falls apart and I lose everything, can I move home?
That's good. Yeah.
My dad said yes.
Oh, that's
I'm
nice.
like, cool. So I can just keep taking chances. Cause if nothing works out in the end,
you know you have somewhere to
yeah,
live.
I know I have somewhere to go.
Well, that's good.
Live, take care.
You can
of
live
me.
with me, but if you go down, I'm probably going down too.
That's true, you guys. You gotta like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. 5-star rating.
5-star rating,
Please.
no, but I do have like this new obsession with wanting to get it's
a VW bus.
It's a VW bus,
but they're like and I'm sure people have seen them. It's like where they kind of revamp them, or
so
like
they
make them like nicer.
convert it. So like I had been talking when I was in Mexico. I was talking with Sam Dancer. Him and Jen have a van. They did this, like, they lived in the van forever, right? And they like did this long drive
Down by the river.
Well, they live in their van. Yeah, live in a van down by the river. Using that paper to roll in doobies. But they still like live in their van, like, and they have it parked in their like front yard of like where are they at right now? They're like moving a bunch, and their gyms. They're just got working on like getting a bigger space with their gym. They have a ton of stuff going on. But we had talked about like I could like rent a van too, and we could do like a trip.
Yeah, like road trip.
Yeah, and you guys know me and Jeanna. We've talked about wanting to do our trip.
Yeah,
you know, and with Katie doing soulmate in every state. And I recently have come across these like already converted like VW bus that's like been redone, and
it would have to be short trips.
Yeah, but they're like I feel like me and Jeanna could drive this and we could do podcasts in it. It could be our podcast bus.
We should like go and like show up at a coffee shop and see if anybody like comes to meet us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then just, I don't know.
Just open it up, set up shop.
Yeah.
Have our podcast stuff out there.
Yeah.
Right. Who guys wants to be on our podcast?
Anybody?
Just interview people as they walk by.
Somebody show up. Yeah, it was pretty cute.
Yeah. I bought a new snowboard over Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't snowboard.
I know.
I ski.
You ski. I don't ski.
Yeah.
I mean, I skied when I was little. When I was really, really little, and then I never.
I feel like people your age, like there came to a point where it was like way cooler to snowboard than ski.
Probably.
Yeah. I tried, like, because I grew up skiing, and then snowboarding was way cooler, and I wanted to be cool. Mm-hmm. But then I realized that I liked being intact better.
I feel like though
not breaking my neck better.
But I feel like when I see people like
I'm not
fully yard sail on skis, their legs are all twisted.
That's true.
That seems like way.
I think it's because it's I think having both my feet strapped into the same thing is terrifying to me.
Yeah.
You know, having being able I mean, I don't know that it's any better. It's just what I learned doing. So I mean it took me twice going down and catching the lip and just doing a full like.
Oh yeah, I've definitely done that.
Just somebody just pushed you down into the snow.
Did I remember one time I was boarding up in Park City, Utah, and they had just groomed this trail, and I was going way too fast, and I just like, I don't know if like my edge was just a little bit too sharp too, but like I caught an edge. I was just going straight. I was going pretty fast. I caught an edge, and I hit face planted right on my stomach, but my feet came up over my head.
You scorpioned yourself.
Dude, I fucking just rolled. And I remember laying there, and all my shit is all over the place. And both my feet are strapped in. I gotta take my board off.
Yeah.
Go and grab my
Make sure you don't have anything broken.
Goggles. Yeah.
You like get up and something was like just dangling.
Yeah, I was, so last February for my dad's birthday, we went to, we went on like a ski trip. And my dad, I've never been like a girl that goes to the park, like for like the tricks and the jumps and things like that. I've never done that. My nephew though is like, he's really into snowboarding, and that's like, they go and do that stuff all the time. So while we were there, I was going off these big jumps.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they call them.
Moguls?
No, like they're big.
Oh, like a.
But there's like a name for them. I can't remember what they're called. And so I started going over them. Like Lakin was just teaching me, just honestly like slow, so I wouldn't really like catch a bunch of air or whatever. Right. And then I got to where I was getting a little bit cocky. And my nephew, we were going, and he had the GoPro. I had the GoPro, and I was filming him, and he was filming me. And there was one where I just was going a little bit too fast, and almost like I went very high. And when I landed, I just ate shit so hard, slammed my back on the ground, and that was, now I wear a helmet.
You weren't wearing a helmet?
No. And my nephew was like, he thinks he's just watched his aunt just like totally die.
Yeah.
And I like lost all my shit everywhere, and I was fine. I was laughing. He caught it all on camera. If I find the footage, I'll definitely.
Oh my God,
post it.
Please find it. I do love to watch a fall. I don't like that people get hurt, so don't judge me.
I didn't get hurt,
but I do love watching a good fall.
Yeah.
I do.
So do I.
I really do. I think it's like runs in the family. My mom said that when she was in high school, I mean, they must have been really bored. She said that on really wet days, they would drive. There was this one place, I can't remember where she said it was, but they knew that the cement was really slick. And they, for fun, would go and park and watch people just eat shit all day. I was like, so it's not even really my fault. It's genetic.
Yeah, this sense of humor of yours you've had for a long time.
Exactly.
But we are going to do a trip. So I've had a few people message me about this. You guys wanting us to do a podcast with Daniel and Bailey.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to. We just got to be in the same place. But what we're trying to work out right now is she wants me and Jeanna to come out for a ski trip in Montana. So we're going to.
I haven't skied in so long. Oh my God. I might just lodge it.
I mean, you can lodge it.
Look at me, you're like.
You can lodge it, but we'll still like outfit you so you look like you might
cool.
ski, like maybe.
I mean, I don't think I have skis anymore.
Oh,
I think when we sold the house, I sold everything
for you there.
Okay, we'll rent them.
Yeah.
It's like riding a bike, right?
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
Maybe I'll try skiing. Pizza, right? Pizza.
Yeah, it's pizza, French fries. Pizza, French fries.
That's all I got to know.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like maybe February or something, so it's not for a while, right?
Yeah, not for a while.
Okay.
So coming up, I have some traveling. So me and Jeanna are, we're kind of putting ideas together. I know this is hard to believe for podcasts that we're going to do. We will obviously do a Christmas one.
Yeah, we're going to do Christmas one. We want to talk about
we'll do a New Year's one. Like
eating through the holidays.
Yeah.
We wanted to do some New Year's resolution ones. We also, that's what this one was going to be. But you were sick. Mm-hmm. So we're still going to interview, Aaron Hind or Hind. I don't know, Hind, that is, with Life Aid.
Yep.
So I think that'll be on the next one.
That's going to come out next week.
Yeah.
We would love for you guys to email us at betweenthereps@gmail.com and send us some of your New Year's resolutions.
Yes, please.
And no matter what they are, big or small. I say that. Even like when I say New Year's resolution, I feel like it has a connotation that's like you're already setting yourself up for to not do it.
To fail. Yeah.
So maybe like
some people are really into it though.
Your 2020 goals.
Yeah. I saw one person was talking about how they're trying to be like more environmentally conscious, like sustainable or whatever. Yeah. What do you call it? It's called something. Now I just sound like an idiot. Anyway. Like my sister was saying, she's like, I mean, this for a whole other conversation, but she was saying that when you recycle, they're not really recycling it.
Well,
it's not really being recycled.
Well, I got learned. I
got learned.
So I learned this that I had no idea. I was told that like with containers and things like that, when you put it in the recycling.
Yeah.
Because now if I'm going to recycle something, I make sure I wash it out.
Right.
So I never
It's not supposed to have any
knew
food.
that if there's anything on it, it won't get recycled.
Right. Well, now
Which
they're
makes
saying
sense.
that
If
some
I
of
was-
that
if
stuff
I
isn't
was
even
working-
getting recycled.
If I was working in like the recycling department, I definitely would not be washing out other people's food. Like who knows how long that's been sitting in the trash.
I don't know. I don't know why I imagine this. Then this is just shows how brilliant I am. I just imagine there was like this big like cauldron or something, like where all the plastic went in, and so like then it just kind of like all the food got burnt off, and you know what I'm saying? Like it all just became one big slab of plastic that they remade into something else. I don't know.
You know.
Like the temperature was so high it got rid of all the germs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like that.
I guess not.
No.
So where? If
So
they're-
yeah,
if
so
they're-
somebody was saying
if
that they were
they're
trying to
not-
be more
if-
environmentally conscious or
Yeah.
something like that, which I was actually thinking might be kind of a cool idea. But I have to really think about it because I want to make sure that whatever I say I'm going to do, I'm going to actually do.
Well, I think that one we can do pretty easily.
Yeah.
I've already been.
No,
trying
it's not
to
that
do it.
easy. It's not that easy.
No, I mean like with like like with like
Oh
starting
yeah,
things.
yeah. Baby steps.
Like
Baby
little
steps.
things like, no more water bottles.
I know. No more water bottles. No more like Ziploc baggies.
Yeah.
Or they have, huh? Oh yeah, paper towels.
Less paper towels.
Less paper towels. I use tons of paper towels.
I know, so do I.
God, I'm the worst. Yeah, I know. I'm realizing. I was talking to my sister about it, and she even like goes down, like she certain things that she eats. She takes the containers and goes down and refills them, like down at the grocery store, like her honey or her peanut butter or her stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that there's not like more jars. And like the more she was telling me, the more I was feeling really shitty about myself.
Right.
like I'm sitting there like where I still have like throwaway water bottles like in my car because I'm putting them in the recycling and I'm thinking, oh, well, I mean, they're getting recycled.
Yeah.
You know, they're not in the ocean.
Yeah.
But that's not
Apparently
true.
they are.
Yeah, that's not true. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I want to look into that a little bit more, figure that out because, you know, it would be nice for the world to be around for my grandkids.
Yeah, and like a clean version.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would be good. Anyway, well, this is a really exciting one.
Yeah, sorry guys. Oh man. We can talk about my sickness. So I was
Okay, good.
just You guys, what else can we talk about?
We can talk about how sick I am.
No, but right now, currently, I went to the doctor on Friday because I called my mom Friday morning because I was starting to feel kind of sick Thursday. And I didn't work out. My coach was like, don't work out. I was like, okay. That night, slept, it was awful. And then Friday, I woke up and I called my mom and she's like, oh, you sound like shit. You got to go to the doctor. Went to the doctor. And they said that my lungs sounded good and that they like looked in my nose and my ears and my throat or whatever, and they said sinus infection. So they gave me cough syrup because I had this cough that was like painful, and that's pretty much it. And told me to get Flonase.
No, you said that every time you coughed, it felt like you were hitting. Like,
No, that's what
hitting
it's
your
like.
head
Was
on the, like
so
on
at first
the
it was
wall.
just like so painful, like in my throat,
right.
And then it was like it's almost like he saw that it was a sinus infection before I started to really feel the effects of a sinus infection. Because then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for sure, like really Saturday though, I definitely had like all this, like the sinus pressure and the constant headache that doesn't go away. And then I'd cough and it felt like someone was just hitting me in the head.
Every time you cough.
Yeah. But now I don't have like, still a little bit tender on my face, like my cheeks, but I don't have as much of like the sinus, I would say, is now it's like when I cough too, it's like in my chest.
Yeah, it's like gunky.
In my lungs.
Well,
and
you sound more sick now.
Yeah.
Before you sounded like more sniffly. Now you sound like more raspy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want me to
sexier.
call you later, just email us your phone
Way
number.
sexier.
You can pay us through Venmo. But yeah, so I don't know. I went to Walgreens this morning to get some stuff that's a little bit more for that.
Yeah.
And here's to hoping.
No, you'll be fine.
No, I was planning to work out today. And
are you going to be able to?
I tried to call my coach. I tried to call my coach because we text a lot. He's busy, but like I'm like, I feel like I need to like have him hear me so he knows I'm not just not training because I'm
full
like,
of shit. Yeah.
You know, but my program today is a lot of it. There's like no intensity, no breathing. It's just like my
breathing,
my structural stuff, like my shoulders.
Right.
So it's like,
you can handle it.
Yeah. It would be good to just be able to do some of that and for me not to feel like such a piece of shit.
Right. Well,
it's crazy how fast the day goes when you're just sitting on the couch watching Netflix.
I know.
I'm like, holy shit, it's bedtime.
I know.
I guess I'll go to bed.
I know. I've been like really obsessed with Apple TV shows.
Here, name a few.
I was just telling, everybody has to go watch S-E-E, C, like as in vision.
Jason Momoa.
It's with Jason Momoa. I mean, who doesn't love Jason Momoa? He's amazing looking and a great actor.
And a really funny human.
And
He's
a really
great human.
Great human. But it's awesome. I was trying to explain it to John and Brooke earlier, but it's basically like it's in the future. It's not really like the apocalypse has happened, but like everyone's gone blind, and then civilization is kind of like started over. So then this show kind of takes place like 500 years after everyone's been blind. So now they've really started to rebuild and adapt, and their other senses have grown, and so like they have these battles, but they're all blind.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy, but it's so good. It's so good. I'd like binge watch that. So I would definitely recommend that. And then I was telling you about the other one, Servant.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot more on the dark side. I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of boring, like when I explain it.
So it sounds more boring than it is.
No, it's actually better than I make it sound.
Yeah, it sounds boring.
It sounds,
and it isn't
when I
boring.
say it, it isn't boring. Yes.
You're really boring me when you talk to me about that.
Shut up.
Well, I watched
you were
Dirty
telling
John.
Me, oh, that's so good too.
And it was really good.
Have you ever watched Dirty John? It came from a podcast.
Yeah, it was a podcast.
Dirty John. It's really good.
Just
I would recommend it.
Con
it's
man.
all true.
Yeah, it's
like a true story.
Mm-hmm. And in the show, it like says every episode, it's from a like real events, but it does explain that some of what I guess you saw may have been like they expanded on it a little bit, obviously to make it a bit more like ready.
On the show,
entertaining.
Oh,
yeah.
Got it.
But I'm sure it wasn't like that much.
That far off.
They would have changed, yeah.
Yeah, I think the main parts are.
And they could have done that. They could have done that too, just to like make it like a 8 episodes or whatever, how many it is, like to make it a good like length.
Right.
But that was really good. I watched The Irishman.
Yeah, I told you. Okay.
I mean, it took me a while to turn it on. I finally turned it on yesterday because I was like, well, here I am again.
Because it's 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
or I think it's even more.
I took a break.
Yeah.
And then came back and finished it.
I was telling Brooke this. I have a problem with, so if anybody hasn't seen it, it was actually adapted from I think it was a book called We Painted Houses or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was something like that. Anyway, but yeah, it's this movie out, The Irishman, and it's with, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, and Robert De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling Brooke, the problem that I have with this movie is that they have these actors that are I think they're all in their 70s, right? Are they? Something like that, close to it. And they do these like flashbacks of them when they're supposedly have like really small children, but they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like they're still old. And I was telling her like, which is like no big deal, like whatever, I mean, it's these big names, but I was like, they would never do that with a woman.
No.
They would never have 3 main women characters. I know I'm going to sound like I'm like all like me too, but like they would never have all of these women characters and then go back and not CGI them more.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be believable. Like Helen Mirren, this amazing actress, right? She looks gorgeous. She like looks great for her age, but there's no way that they're going to put Helen Mirren and like just do a flashback and she's just looking like herself now at like 35 years old with 4 small children. You know what I mean? It's not believable.
There was this one scene that I just like chuckled, and it's a scene when Robert De Niro, his daughter like got pushed by the butcher or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he gets all mad and he takes her and goes in there. Like goes and like brings this guy outside and just like beats the shit out of him.
Right.
But he's like,
he looks like he does now.
Yes, but like even his, obviously because if he's 70, he's not as spry.
Right.
As he used to be. So I'm watching him like obviously play fight because it's acting. and watching him do this and like beat this guy up, and I'm just like, this is what Jeanna was talking about.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about.
But I mean, I don't know. Like,
it's a good movie. It's entertainable, but
for the movie, I was like, I could see how just because these main actors are just like so good,
they're
and
legends.
so loved that you just watch it because
you love them.
Yeah.
Well,
but
it's like a gangster movie.
Yeah, I like gangster movies.
Yeah. So yeah,
I watched it and I was like, my thought was, I feel like they're just telling us their life story. It's like they're very believable in those. No,
they are for sure. Yeah,
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, because it's about oh my God,
the mob.
I know, but it's who's one that went missing?
Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, why can't I think of his name? Yeah, it's all centered around Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah, the Teamsters or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
The union guy.
Yeah. I know. I wasn't. I'll be honest. Like it was painful sitting in the movie theater and watching it. I would much rather watch it from home. Because we watched it in the theater.
Yeah, that would be painful.
And it was like,
I took a break.
No, I dead serious. Like, no joke.
I
fell
paused
asleep.
it, made a hot toddy.
No. Oh, you did? Yeah, see, exactly. No, you know what I did? I fell asleep for an hour.
Woke up, what happened? I don't care.
My sister said that I was asleep for a good entire hour. My feet were up on she goes, it was really impressive because your feet were up on the back seat of the next row. Uh-huh. She goes, and you didn't wake up until one of your feet fell down. I was like, she goes, but the fact that you were able to like do it the whole time. And then I woke up and I was still so irritated that the movie was still going that I walked next door to New Leaf and I got little cans of champagne and brought them back for everybody.
Nice.
And then just sat there and drank champagne. I was so done with it.
I remember before you guys went, they had said like it's only going to be in movie theaters for how long, and then it was coming out on Netflix.
Yeah, it was like in theaters. Well, it was in theaters for a couple days before it came out on Netflix. Yeah, and that's why Kylie, my daughter, was like, "I'm not going to that. I'm just going to watch it on Netflix." Yeah,
I remember because Anita and Leanna were saying the same thing, and DJ was just talking about how much he likes to go to the movies.
Yeah, he does. He really does like to go to the movies. But yeah, I definitely think it's more of a sit at home, take a break
type of movie.
Yes, exactly. All right.
Well, check it out. You guys, thanks for listening to me.
No, sorry, this one's been a little less exciting, but someone's a little sicky.
Yeah. But
she's still here.
I am. I'm still alive.
She's still alive. Still going to try to go work out.
I am. Please email us and always email us questions and things like that, especially if you guys want us to, somewhat entertain you.
Yeah. Give us some ideas.
Also, I would love for you guys to send us emails of who you would like to have us on the who you would like us to have on the podcast.
Yeah, people that you think we could actually get.
Yeah, and if we can, we will work on that. If we can't, we'll figure out a way.
I really want to.
I will find you.
I will find you.
I have a particular set of skills.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening, and
remember to
rate, review, subscribe, 5-star rating, 5-star warning, and everybody, send a little bit of good vibes out for our girl Brooke that she feels better.
Yeah,
we'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, talk to you next week. Bye.